Here we go.
Welcome back to Full On Football, and this segment here is our Spotlight segment, and this is going to be a segment which is going to be an interchanging segment. We're looking at different areas of football within South Australia, so we might have a story about Amateur League or about the Women's League or Junior League, so it's very exciting. We're basically focusing on something that's happening within football other than the Men's League. So tonight's focus is a very big focus actually. I was lucky to be part of this, but it's an immense, it's a fantastic achievement. We've got with us tonight Yurij Dnistrjanski he's with USC Lion, is also involved with the Ukrainian community here in Adelaide, but he was part of the organising committee of the International Ukrainian Football Tournament, and we welcome you to the show, Yurij.
Thank you very much, Natalie.
Thanks for joining us. Now, let's tell these people about this International Ukrainian Football Tournament, because it was something very exciting. It was a tournament that was basically set up last year in Sydney.
That's right.
And that was because some teams wanted to have a game, interstate teams wanted to have a game. And what did they go further with it to include international teams?
Well, Sydney started it all. They invited last year, they invited Ukraine, USA, Britain, us, and Melbourne. Everybody participated except Ukraine. They missed out, they couldn't come. Mm-hmm. And this year we held in Adelaide. Mm. And my son, Stephen Dnistrjanski, he was the main organiser of everything. He spent a lot of work and time organising this, and also a lot of expense. Had to bring these teams out here to Australia. Unfortunately, everybody came except America. Mm. America at the last minute pulled out, so we had 5 teams. And all our matches were played down South Australian Amateur Soccer League ground at Grange. And there were 2 games every night. And was well attended. A lot of people, yeah. We were quite happy for all the people that came and supported us, and also MP Minister Michael Atkinson.
Yes.
He
was part of it.
He was part of it. Yeah, he really helped us a lot.
I'm just going to stop you there for a moment. We've got some footage from the grand final that was played against Ukraine, Ivano-Frankivsk and Sydney Trident. And try and say that fast, I'll tell you. So just to give you a bit of an overview of the game and how it was played, etc. In actual fact, Ukraine were the outright winners and they played fantastically. Now, as Yurij said, there were 5 teams competing: Ukraine, Great Britain, Sydney, who were the 2007 champions, USC Lion Victoria and USC Lion Adelaide. I'll have to say that Ukraine, just looking at the sides, as you said, there were 2 games played every night to go towards the finals, and then we had the 3rd and 4th playoff, and that was 3rd and 4th was against Great Britain and USC Lion Adelaide.
That's right. And
then the grand final was obviously Ukraine and Sydney.
Sydney, that's right.
I have to say, going to quite a lot of these games, just great to see the different standards of play. I mean, the different way that Great Britain played a very, very physical game, very tough, hard game.
But fair.
Definitely fair. But Ukraine is here in the white. They were just a cut above the rest, weren't they,
They were too good for everybody. They played really good, clean soccer.
It was brilliant, wasn't to watch. It was, I mean, their great passing, their style, their finesse, their flair that they had about the game. They were outstanding athletes, very young because they're all uni students, aren't they?
That's right. They were from Ivano-Frankivsk University, and they were all around 22, 23, 24 years old. They're very young. I think they had one player that was 19. They were very, very, very good team. Played brilliant soccer, beautiful passing, and they were a treat to watch.
Now, of course, we have to mention here that with Great Britain, the captain Stefan Morajuk, he was injured very, very early in the tournament. I think it was the first match he was injured, so
yes.
he spent the rest of the tournament watching on the sidelines. So it must have been. I know it was very disappointing for him, because I spoke to him about it. But I think not only was it great to see different styles of football being played, but it was promoting a community spirit. So the whole of you had the Ukrainian community coming together.
That's right.
You had people working together to organise this. You had reunions of old players from the 70s, the 80s.
Oh.
You had relationships that were being formed between countries. Politicians mingling in amongst with everyone.
Political people.
Yes, and then you had great unification of the Ukrainian community, all in the name of sport. So this is what our sport can achieve. There was no language barrier. You put the ball down in the middle of the park and everyone spoke the same language.
Right. There were also other clubs interested coming, like Argentina, Brazil, Serbia. They all want to come too. And but the financial
difficulties.
Difficulties. Yeah, they just couldn't get the money to come over.
Now, of course, the player of the tournament was the Ukrainian striker.
Yeah, Yurij Hudobyak.
And he was a big man, big build for a striker, wasn't he?
He's number 8.
Very burly man.
Yeah, very good player.
He was a good player. He had quite a few chances in this game which he didn't put away.
Yes,
so
right.
The scoreline could have been even more.
This final went to extra time.
Yes.
But Ukraine should have won their 3-0 before the extra time. They had so many chances they had.
They did.
Just couldn't put them away.
And they really were. I mean, Sydney really were behind the 8 ball. They were chasing basically the whole game. They did have moments of brilliance where they were into attack. And that, of course, that goal was disallowed.
Disallowed, yeah.
Because you can see the keeper clapping there, because the referee did make that decision that it was disallowed. So, look, all in all, I have to congratulate. It makes me wonder. I mean, you said your son Stephen. Now, Stephen was supposed to join us here tonight, but Stephen has been struck down with kidney stones just yesterday. So, true to the guy that he is, quickly rings up somebody else to come in his place, and no better person than yourself, Yurij.
I really appreciate coming here today.
Look, I know that you're his father, your wife, Marika, also put in a lot of work.
Yeah,
so basically your family, and definitely Stephen, did a lot of work to get this. It makes me wonder, I mean, he has organised teams for interstate, he's organised flights, he's organised accommodation, he's organised playing at the amateur league, so he organised all that. And we've got governing bodies and other associations out there that can't organise an interstate match. And here we've got one small club in Adelaide organising an international tournament. Fantastic stuff. I mean, I know there was about 12 people that were involved in the organising committee, but congratulations to you all on doing this.
Yeah, and especially Stephen. He was the main one there.
He was working all week long. From working behind the bar, to putting up a tent, to doing the barbecue, to looking after the players, to strapping them, to pumping up balls, to, buying more beer because they ran out of beer, which is, highly unlikely when there's a lot of men around.
But to get all the teams here, because you ring up, and they say, yes, we're coming, no, we're not coming, it's things like that.
Absolutely.
And you have to book the hotels, and, you have to pay from in advance. So it was a lot of work,
Absolutely, brilliant stuff. And all you see all this fantastic merchandise that was produced. Every player from every team received one of these bags with the hat, the shirt that Yurij's got on the bag, the scarf. It was a whole package for them to take away as a memory, and fantastic memories that were taken away.
We made a lot of friends, And next year, Great Britain wants to hold it.
Yes, Great Britain. It will be in Great Britain. I know I've had invitations to go out there, but I don't know if I'll be able to get out there. But it would be a fantastic thing. As I said, a terrific competition and well done. And I also may have to make mention here to Dario Fontanarosa from, he was on behalf of Bianco's and Adelaide United. I asked whether we could get a couple of tickets for the captain and 2 of the brothers, Adam and Dave Tomlinson from the Great Britain team, to go and see a game. Not only did they get us tickets, but they got us into the corporate box.
Oh,
and these boys, the 3 boys, had an absolute ball. They watched the Adelaide United game and the Queensland Raw game and had great fun. So congratulations to everyone involved. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you,
I really
Natalie.
appreciate you in the short notice.
Thank you.
And I wish you USC Lion all the best for the whole year in the season, in the amateur league season.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best too.
Thank you. Excellent.
Thanks very much. We're going to come back with a wrap up of the show as soon as we hear from our sponsors. You're watching Full On Football.
Here we go.